Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're starting a new playthrough, Brutal Difficulty, Space Haven Alpha 14. Let's see. I'm going to call this game Brutal 14. This scenario does not have tutorial messages to guide new players. That's cool, I guess. Brutal. We're going to leave the difficulty settings as is and see how it plays. Now, we cannot re-roll crew members on this difficulty level. We're stuck with what we got. So we have Mining 3, Construction 4, Industry 4. That doesn't seem so bad. Botany 3, Medical 1. That's kind of okay. Research 3, that's good. Weapons 3, that's good. Gunnery 3, and Operations 3. Okay, let's look at our bravery of our crew members. We have -25, -10, and -20. Okay, so we got a pretty good crew here. We kind of lucked out. I would say this is pretty well-rounded for a three-man crew. We don't have very good shielding, and we don't have very good navigation. The navigation could be a little bit of a problem, but let's jump to it and see what happens. Okay, we are aboard. It just told us that there was no tutorial. That was a lie. I'm going to bug report that real quick. When I selected Brutal Difficulty, it showed a message telling me there was no tutorial. But the first thing that happened was the tutorial message popping up at the start of the new game. Okay, so we turned off the auto open at least. Okay, let's see what we got here. So we've got 2 Hyperium, 7 Energium, 3 Water, 6 hull blocks. So an interesting thing, because we're playing on the new version of the game, we have this generator providing some basic power, so it should stretch out our blue crystals a little bit longer. The Hyperium, though, is going to be an issue. We don't have a lot of food. Food is definitely going to be an issue, and comfort is going to be an issue, because those things are weighed more heavily. They're more impactful in this version of the game, I think. Let's take a look at our comfort ratings here. Here we have work comfort. Oh, we're looking at work comfort. This area, so the bridge is pretty comfortable. Leisure comfort. We've got a pretty good kitchen. And then sleep comfort, we've mostly got a pretty good sleeping area, but this bed is uncomfortable because of the oxygen generator, which is, so that's the thing that we're going to want to try to solve early. And it looks like they actually did change this a little bit, because this used to be a toilet in this slot here. And we now have a little bit of separate room that has the toilet in it. So they actually updated the layout of the Small Hope a little bit. Let's try to figure out if they made any other changes. The power nodes are obviously the new power nodes instead of the old variety. So we have 1 advanced power node for each of the hyperdrives. That's pretty good. And we have no other power nodes on board. So any other machinery or stuff like that that we want to build has got to be within the radius of these guys. And these things cover most of the sides of the ship here, so I don't think that's going to be too big a problem initially. We also have our new hull stabilizer here. It takes up a little bit less space, which gives us a little sliver of extra hull where we could potentially build like a 1 square thing of some kind over in this corner. Or we could extend that out and make it like a hallway going towards the aft section of the ship. In any case, we have no resources in the starting sector, so the first thing we're going to do is jump. Sam, tell me not enough fuel in the hyperdrives. I think we're going to be able to do an overweight jump, though. Let's see. No, this is definitely a bug. Hyperdrive is offline 2 out of 2. Oh, maybe they just have to put the crystals in the hyperdrive still. Here we go. Okay, it's not a bug. They just have to do the logistics work. So we're gonna spin down the hyperdrive and let Nadia work until we've got all of our machinery started here. Okay, it looks like we do have hyperdrives now. Nope, not enough fuel in hyperdrives. Okay, we saw fuel going into both hyperdrives, so let's try this again. There we go. Okay. So we had to let our guys work a little bit so that the hyperdrives could be charged. And let's make sure we turn off direct food consumption from storage, because otherwise they're going to be eating a lot of stuff from storage, which is very inefficient. I think what we want to do here, let's stretch out our food supply a little bit if we can by modifying our nutritional values. So for carbs, we're gonna reduce our carb intake a little bit. Not getting enough overall food value though, is the thing. Vitamins, we don't have enough fruit either. Yeah, we're gonna leave it how it is for now. I was thinking about changing it, but I was like, we can't do that without making our crew malnourished right from the get-go, and we don't really want that. Okay, so these guys are continuing to do logistics tasks while the hyperdrive is charging, which is fine. Okay, Nadia's gonna get some practice on the hyperdrive. Let's see, by the way, what Nadia's maximum is for navigation. She has a maximum of 1, so we don't really want her to do navigation. Let's look at... These guys all have a maximum of 1 for navigation. That's a bit weird. I wonder if that's a feature of the game now, like navigation is always a 1, sort of like logistics. I'm not really sure. Anyway, let's make our first jump. We got some raw materials. Unfortunately, though, we don't have any tech blocks to build a mining pod, so we have no option to actually gather the raw materials. The first thing we want to do is trade with a civilian ship, or we could try to explore a derelict first, but I think let's try to trade since this is closer, and we have limited Hyperium. We also got to make sure we give our guns to our crew members so that we can go explore the derelict shortly. So we have the CS Starforge here. Let's see what they have. We're going to sell some of our initial hull blocks. We could sell some of our space food, but I want to try to avoid that if we can in this case. So, but this gives us 700 credits to play around with. Unfortunately, though, these guys don't have any tech blocks on offer, which is the one thing that we really need. So, we could maybe get a couple infra blocks, but I want to save this money. And I also want to sell our initial energy cell supply, I think. So we're just gonna take 1,300 credits from these guys, and we could potentially get like 1 blue crystal, or actually, we could technically get 1 green crystal. We might have to do that. Let's see if we can get away without doing that. How much Hyperium do we have in the engines currently? 0.5, 0.5. That's not good. I think we're gonna have to buy a green crystal. No, we gotta wait till the first trade is done in any case. Alright, so these guys are group 1, all of them. And then who are gonna be our 2 pistol users? Who's the most accurate? Why are these guys all in spacesuits, by the way? Oxygen is 173. Temperature is high, though. 143. We're in a solar radiation sector, so we're having some temperature problems on board. I think that's why we're seeing the spacesuits. So that's something we have to worry about, although it costs us less energy than it used to, thanks to the new power system, I believe. So we might want to think about installing a new thermal regulator at some point, but let me try to figure out our accuracy first. So 46, they all have identical accuracy. That seems weird, especially since this guy has a weapon skill of only 1. I don't know how that came to be. I guess this guy has a higher perception, which affects accuracy, I believe, so... Craving carbohydrates right from the start. I wonder if we should... let them eat first. I don't want to let them... Let's leave them the way they are. Okay, so accuracy. So we want the weapon skill 3 guys to have the guns, which is Nadia and Edward. And then, actually, those guys are going to be team 3, and then Corey is our bait. Our live bait. He's going to be team 2. Okay, we got that. And there's nothing else we want to get here unless we're willing to shell out a couple credits. I'm really having trouble deciding whether I want to buy this one Hyperium fuel. It could kill us if we don't. but it could also kill us if we do, because we have very limited supply of cash, and we're going to need to buy tech blocks in order to survive. I'm going to buy this unit of hyperfuel, I think, because I think it's possible we might not have an opportunity to do it in the future. And that's the thing that we absolutely need in order to survive. We were at 0, and now we're at 1. So if we find one more Hyperium crystal, then we're golden for the next couple of jumps. Okay. Now we get to the derelict. The derelict is what's going to start to give us the stuff that we need in order to get ahead. But it's going to be an uphill climb. Okay, so we're going to go over here. We still don't have a tech block yet. There's a chance we could get one from the derelict ship, but let's not get our hopes up. Okay. Of course, we're going into the breach in the hull in preference to the airlock, so we have a little bit of maneuvering room. We're less likely to get bitten by crawlers on exit. Okay, and we're going to have our bait, Corey, explore. Okay, we see that there's crawlers on board, so let's be careful. Corey's going to go open this door. I don't want him going down here by himself while there's crawlers all over this area. We really have to wait until the crawlers get cleared out, even if it takes us a minute. Corey's gonna go open this door and this door. Oh shit. Corey got bit. He'll be alright, hopefully. This part is gonna take a minute. Okay. Go back to 1x now that that's done. Oops. I'm gonna move these guys. So they're just gonna hover in the 0G space here. Let's focus on this guy, because I want to clear this side. And we have this guy. Okay, perfect. Now we should be able to bring Corey over here and get the aliens to come towards him this way. We saw one of them down the hallway there. Okay, yeah, here they come. I think we might think about moving our guys into this space that Corey's in right now. Let's do that. That should make this process a little bit quicker. Slow it down because these guys are pretty close by. Their accuracy is awful. Okay. Progress. You see another guy over there. He's not near Corey, so we can have Corey open this door. I'm backing up a little bit so we're not next to the doors. We're checking in our way into this room. Oh boy. Okay. Thought he was going to get cornered for a minute there, but he's alright. The process takes a while, and we're a little low on oxygen. We got to keep that in mind. Let's actually... I'm gonna have everybody go back to the shuttle and get oxygen because it's still pretty nearby. Okay, no reason to take chances that are not necessary. Okay, I think we're just about done here. We might have 1 or 2 guys left at the bridge. I was gonna say the bridge, but this is actually the bridge, even though it's at the stern of the ship, so I don't know where the bridge is. But I'm hoping that if we explore this room, then we'll be done. Yes! SGS 064. What do we got from the 064? Oh, a tech block! Oh, a tech block. So good. Okay, we're going to expedite transfer. That tech block is going to enable us to get a mining pod online, which also means we can collect these raw chemicals. That's good. That's good stuff. Looks like we're at the end of our first day here. Wondering if it's worthwhile to make our guys work a little bit later, but I think it's probably not. Let's see, if they're rested up to full and all their debuffs are gone, then we might make them work an hour before breakfast. Corey's still recovering from a crawler bite. It's only -2, though. Okay, it looks like they got just about the right amount of sleep, so we're good. Did we finish transferring? We did. We finished transferring everything already. Let's build our mining pod. So this is our first build. It's only one tech block. We got one hull block that it uses as well, and 2 infra blocks. This is going to enable us to start gathering raw materials, and I think this is the most important thing to build early on in the small hub playthrough. We're going to have to expand the hull, I'm noticing, before we build a recycler. I think they compacted this a little bit. There might be enough space there for a recycler. Let's see. Everybody's going to get a little experience, or at least Nadia's going to get a little experience with construction. Okay, we got that. Let's build a craft. We have both of those things, infra block and electronics component. So we got our craft done. Perfect. And let's go ahead and start salvaging as long as we have the energy to do so and the water. This floor seems very blue for some reason. I don't know why that is. I guess it's the starlight, maybe, on gray plate. So, oh, we got a research bonus of some kind. I didn't see what the bonus was. Oh, we also should start doing some research. Speaking of research, let's... What do we need first? I think energy may be less of an issue in this version of the game than it was in the previous version, but I think I still want to start on the path to energy research in case we run into issues. So we're going to start the power capacity node. We can't do the X1 generator yet because we don't have the lab. Oh, the first thing actually we need is the cryosleep, right? We can't go to the next sector without the hypersleep chamber. So that's going to be our first priority. We just want to get that out of the way. There's a possibility that if we get the research done earlier, we could have wasted some time that we could have better spent, having another machine online, but I think most likely we're going to get that done right about the time we're ready to leave the first sector. That seems to be usually how it goes. So hypersleep chamber research is the way it goes. And then we're going to put the research workbench in our queue, although I don't think we're ready to use it yet. We could think about getting an item fabricator early, or maybe a little bit of early industry. Or we could get food. Decisions, right? I think we want to get basic botany. I think we're going to need that because of the way that food influences the crew's mood in this version of the game. So we're going to go for... I think we're going to go for botany first, but we might change our mind depending on how many resources we have by the time we're done researching the hypersleep chamber. Somehow I ran out of hull blocks. Oh, they stocked this with a hull block. So we can build hull now. Is this still set on expedite, by the way? It is. We don't necessarily need that. They're probably all going to be working on it anyway because there's nothing else for anybody to do over here. There's no industry or anything. Actually, let's get some mining started. Here we go. Looks like it's the end of our first day. No, we don't have any... I would think about... If we were a little bit further on in our playthrough, I would think about moving to an outer edge of this system to avoid the thermal radiation. But we don't have enough Hyperium to really afford that, so we're going to have to stay and just eat the energy loss. And it seems like we're still at 7 blue crystals, so I don't think it's too bad in any case. We're just spooling up our basic backup power at this point. We're not using any advanced power except for the hyperdrives. Okay, we have the mining going on. We still have some salvaging going on with the other two. Perfect. Do we not have a bathroom? We do have a bathroom, we just don't have one on board the derelict. Let's see what Nadia's mining skills are like. She's got a 3. She's slowly leveling up to a 4. Construction is also leveling up to 4. That's good. You get lots of good raw material here. None of it's going to be useful to us immediately, but we could sell a little bit of it if we need the money. And we're also getting some bonuses to research. In addition, we can save up some of it for the moment when we get a recycler, if we get a couple more tech blocks and infra blocks. And then we'll have access to the basic building blocks, the hull blocks, the infra blocks, electronics components, soft blocks. And we'll also have a way to produce new blue crystals. So the recycler, now that we got the mining pod online, the recycler is our next goal. And we still got the opportunity to take a bunch of infra scrap from here, and our energy level is still okay. We're still at 7. So we're going to keep working here. This is a Cult of New Haven ship. That's an enemy ship. So we got to make sure that we get back in time. We got to get back with enough time to be able to start up the hyperdrive. And so, okay, so we're going to stop salvaging here and just pick up the stuff that we've already salvaged at this point. Don't leave, Edward. Why have you betrayed him? Goodbye, Edward. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, we're going to start up the hyperdrive, though. We are about to leave. We've got just about everything we needed from this sector. We could have got a little more infra scrap, but it's okay. We got the important stuff, and it's very important that we evade the Cult of New Haven, as we know from the Bryce incident, the famous Bryce incident. Let's see. What's the thing that we most immediately need? Blue crystals is not such an immediate priority anymore as it used to be. But that's the next logical step in our journey here, I think. So we're going to stop here, we're going to harvest some blue crystals, and then we're going to go check out that other derelict on the upper left side of the sector. Okay, we're going to fast forward and just do a little bit of mining and some research as well. We did use up 1 blue crystal finally, but we're getting 3 more on board, so it's not that big a deal. Let's look at our Hyperium total. We got 1.4 Hyperium in each hyperdrive. That's pretty good. And we have 1 green crystal to spare. So if we get 1 more green crystal, then we're going to be in good shape for a little while. Since we're about to go check out a derelict, I want to make sure that Nadia gets some rest. She's looking a little bit the worse for wear here. I think Edward's been doing research, and that's fine. He can continue to do that. These two are going to sleep for a couple hours. Oh, somehow I didn't mean to put Edward on... Well, that's okay. We'll let him sleep for an hour. Okay, this is good enough. Okay, so here we get our second derelict. Oh, there's no place to dock in near the... So this is a space station, derelict space station, rather than a derelict ship. There's no place to dock directly adjacent to the station, so we're gonna have to moonwalk. Or, you know, asteroid walk, whatever this thing is. Got a pretty target-rich environment here. Okay, so let's move these guys up to the edge here as close as we can, and then we're gonna have Corey go out as bait. Good. Okay, we got the opportunity to pick up some immediately useful stuff here, but first we gotta get past this crawler. Okay. Golden. Oh. Maybe I should be doing this on 1x. Oh. Let's actually go down this way so that he has to walk past our shooters. There we go. Yeah, we're back on 2x because I'm impatient. But we're going to go into unknown territory here. Let's switch back to 1. Okay. I'm going to open this door. I'm a bit worried that that guy's going to cut us off, so I'm going to back up. That guy actually cannot get out of that little section, so we're okay. We can go pick these things up. Get like 80 credits, that's huge at this stage of the game. Okay, let's go back and get some more oxygen from our shuttle. The shuttle's a little ways away, so we've got to be a little more conservative with our oxygen here. We move to this point here, and let's again send Corey out. Where's our guy? There he is. Let's try to get this door open while that guy's fooling around on the other side of the board there. Oh, we saw another one come around. We gotta watch out for that. Okay. Trying to be sneaky, these crawlers. Okay, I think we gotta explore this bathroom and be done with this little section. And let's close this door so the crawlers don't wander in there without us noticing, maybe. Ooh, another freebie. 45 credits, nice. That looks like a body. Wonder what their story was. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit dicey, but I need these guys to come over here. There we go. Okay, got that. Almost done. Oh, we got this one that's stuck in the corner. Forgot about him. I think he's the last one, probably. Oh, he's not stuck. Weird. Okay. I guess the AI was just confused. Edward, you don't need to base tank this guy. Okay. What did I miss here? There we go. Okay, we've explored the CB Astral Prophet. We get some food. The bodies aren't going to do us any good immediately. I think we're going to leave picking up the bodies for last, and we're going to prioritize salvage instead. Once we get a composter, those bodies are going to give us water, but it's going to be a while before we get a composter online. We could direct our research that way if we wanted to, but we don't have the tech box to build one anyway, so it doesn't really make any sense to do that. Let's look at our power usage graph here. Advanced power, 40, we're not using any. Basic power, here we go. We're generating 15.9, consuming 14 through 17. There's no real way of telling when we're going to run out of basic power, which I don't like too much. I feel like that's a graphical issue that they have to fix. I posted a long essay about it, the basic power, and how it could be simpler on the forums, on the Steam forum. I don't know, so I don't know if they'll implement that or not. That's just my idea. Obviously, they may have different... I mean, they do have different ideas, obviously. But I think the way it is now, it's like scary because you don't know how much power you have, and it could go out at any time if you're using more than you are generating. I feel like Corey is not doing anything productive right now. And there's nothing I can do about it without bringing the shuttle back. Maybe let's... I'm gonna bring the shuttle back and let it dock. And then we're gonna stick Corey on the shuttle and manually bring him over here. Oh, of course, as soon as I do that, he starts doing logistics, right? Okay, I'm gonna let the shuttle go because this guy's gonna want to come back for dinner. Also, there's no other source of oxygen on the rock, I just noticed, so it's a good thing we brought him back. Or it's a good thing we brought the shuttle back. Yeah, because this place has no airlock, which I don't like too much, especially because of the size of the place. We can afford to sit here for a while with our 9 energium crystals and just salvage. We don't have any food, is the only thing. We should get an algae dispenser online as soon as we can. But there's no room for one in here. What we could do, we're gonna do a little bit of construction here, I think. What I want to do is get this table up against a wall or something. There's actually, this used to be a wall in the previous version of the Small Hope, which meant I could shove the table up against this wall. We don't have that option anymore. This is a light. There's a light that's in the way there. Just looking at what our options are as far as remodeling. We can move this chair over here. That, I think, might give us enough room to have an algae dispenser, though it also means that we only have... You know, you can't use the table and the chair at the same time, which is kind of unfortunate. But I think for the sake of the algae dispenser, it's necessary for us to get that done. I don't like that this is blocked off. Let's move this over here. Okay, and then I'm gonna actually make a little bit of wall segment there. We only got 1 infra block, so maybe we just live with the fact that that space is blocked off for a while, because even wall segments are expensive for us right now. We're short an infra block for this. So we're going to cancel that for now, because I may decide that we need the infra block to build a recycler instead. Depending on how soon we're able to get tech blocks. And once again, we have 1 person that's stuck on the ship doing nothing. We should probably have expedited the transfer here. But it's too late. We can't really do anything about it now unless we bring Corey home. Got schematics for something. I'm gonna do this just so that the little notice goes away. I think the next time the shuttle comes home, we're going to make sure that 2 people get on it. It's probably going to be the end of the day anyway, so we're going to make sure 2 people get on it in the morning. We're actually out of water, which means we're soon going to be out of oxygen, so I think we actually have to move on to another sector. Tough situation. We don't have a water purifier, so we gotta basically decide: do we want a water purifier more? Do we want a recycler more, or do we want an algae dispenser? I think the algae dispenser is probably the thing that we could most do without of the 3 of those things for now. If we could get a recycler online, that would really make our life easier. Let's get out of here before we run out of oxygen, preferably. There we go. Okay, this would give us some ice. We're still not getting any oxygen from that because we don't have the water purifier. But this is going to give us some more stuff that we can sell the next time we trade with that civilian ship, which we will. Hopefully we'll be able to find other ships in this sector, because the civilian ship didn't have any more Hyperium for us at the time that we traded with them last. They only had the 1 crystal. We might be dead in the water if we can't find more fuel soon. 1.4. We're still at 1.4 or 1.4, so we're okay for now. Very worried about our oxygen supply. It's going to take a while for them to use up all this oxygen, but once they use it up, it's gone, and we're not getting any more until we get another unit of water. We're like proper belters. So I'm thinking we might sell some of these things like the raw chemicals and the base metal in exchange for some of the things that we need, like Hyperium and water. And hopefully some tech box. We also have a couple credits to our name that we can use. Okay, so now we have a difficult navigation decision to make, because we've got 2 more mining stops over here. And we got more sector to explore over there, or we could go over there and start making our way towards the next sector. I think we want to go back this way and get all these materials while we can. Again, I'm still worried about our oxygen, so we just got to keep an eye on that and make sure it doesn't get too low. I think we'll be able to quickly scoop up each of these asteroids' resources in a matter of hours and continue on our way. And it won't have a big impact on our overall resource amount, other than the jumps that it took to get there. And since we're taking jumps to get someplace anyway, we might as well get the most resource mileage out of every jump by stopping and mining. We got a cultist ship coming in, but we have to stop anyway because we're pretty broke. Yeah, I think we can get at least a little bit of mining done in time before the cultists get here. Let's hope that these things are close together, which they're not. We're going to prioritize carbon, because I think it's worth a little bit more. There we go. Okay, we got our mining going. Don't know if we're going to have time to do both of these things. Let's see how fast he gets the carbon mining done. Oh, don't do that to me. I only got 1 unit of carbon. I don't think it's worth it for me to... Okay, we gotta spin up our hyperdrives. Oh. I mean, unpause it there. The Jelly Baby. Wonder if that's meant as a Terry Pratchett reference or just a general silly ship name. Is it? Okay, well, it's also a Terry Pratchett reference. My girlfriend, I don't know, you probably didn't hear my girlfriend on the microphone. She said it was a Doctor Who reference. I don't know. Doctor Who reference is lost on me, but let's see. ACS the Ebon Hawk. What do we got here, Ebon Hawk? Okay, you've got some water. Let's see who's got cheaper water. 31. Okay, so this guy's got a little bit cheaper water. This guy's got a bunch of base metals and stuff, so we don't necessarily want to sell our stuff to him. We could sell him some... Or he's got noble metals and he's got carbon, but we could sell our base metals to him. I think we're going to buy water, a little water from this guy first. And then we're going to sell our metals to the Ebonhawk, because we can sell all 3 metals in one transaction. Do we hold on to a base metal, or do we sell it? I think we sell it because we need Hyperium. We could also think about selling a unit of biomatter. Let's do that. I'm gonna sell 2 units. We only need 1 to make the algae dispenser produce algae. And we could sell some rock chemicals. I think this is a pretty sweet deal. Okay, so we got our 2 units of Hyperium. I gotta check which of these ships is... We actually don't need blue crystals, which is something that I'm not used to. I gotta wrap my head around the fact that blue crystals are not essential for our ship's day-to-day functioning all the time anymore. Okay, so we got our first transaction done. These guys are bringing us the water that we requested. We could think about buying some infra blocks from these guys. I didn't check if these guys have tech blocks. They don't have tech blocks. Hey, Unim, how's it going? How you been, dude? Greetings indeed. Okay, we are done trading here. We're already down to one water unit because we already put 1 in the recycler. I think we're going to want to buy 1 more, probably. Is this the guy that had the cheaper water units? No, it was this guy. These guys have more green crystals somehow. This is the same ship that we traded with before, but they actually have more green crystals than they did the last time we saw them. I don't know how that happened. Maybe they traded with another ship off-screen, or maybe that's just a thing that happens, like they generate new resources when they're out of the sector. Doing pretty good. Working for like 4 months, pretty tired. That's rough. What are you working on? Should think about whether we want to buy more infra blocks before we leave the sector. I don't think we can afford it. I think we need to save up credits for tech blocks. Let's see how much the recycler is. This is 3 tech blocks, which is going to be like 900 credits, and 3 infra blocks. It produces hazardous gas, of course. Okay. I'm gonna try to evade the cultists here. Yeah, where's Bryce? That's what I thought. Alright. Okay, we got some more mining materials here. Lots of blue crystals. We might think about selling some blue crystals, actually, but we'll see how it shakes out once we get our recycler online, hopefully. We might want to sell some blue crystals in order to get the recycler. But most ships are probably not going to give us a good price on blue crystals because they almost always have blue crystals available for sale. At the airport, Catering part, we prepare the carts the stewardess used to free the plebs in the plane. That sounds tough. Feed the plebs in the plane, okay. There must be like a lot of really like... You're probably working in like a really hot kitchen in like a really tiny space or something, right? 10-hour job for 6 days. Oh, that's rough. We'll request to get 2 free days because it's really tough. That's good. Gotta look out for yourself. It's not like the corporation's going to. Okay. Oh, we got some Hyperium crystals here. This is really good. Money's good, but I don't need the money if I can't spend it. Yeah, that makes sense. It's good that you're getting paid though, at least. Okay, we're gonna queue up this Hyperium for mining after we're done with... Look at this ship design. Like a really wide T shape. How are you doing, kind sir? I'm doing pretty good. All things considered, you know, with the state of the world and everything, I feel like I'm making out alright. We're getting ready for our annual Super Bowl get-together. We thought about canceling it this year, but we decided we're going to just, you know, if we make sure that everybody's vaccinated and we make sure that everybody gets tested before they travel here, then that'll be enough. So, at least we hope. The best we can do in any case. I mean, you just, you know, at a certain point you just need to interact with other people. So, and our Super Bowl party is like a sort of like a college reunion almost. It's like an annual get-together of all the guys that I used to play Dungeons and Dragons with in college and so forth. And my girlfriend's also inviting some of her friends this year, so hopefully we'll get a couple people. Our firm 50% got COVID in the last 2 to 3. Oh, jeez. That's scary, dude. I hope you don't get sick. So, one thing that I'm lucky about is that we get to work from home because I work on computers all day, and it doesn't really make a lot of difference if I'm in the office or not. They like keep telling us, they keep making it seem like they're going to make everybody come back in the office and work in the office, and then every time some new news about COVID comes out, they change their mind at the last minute. Hyperium crystal find is really good. That's going to help us out a ton. These things are so expensive in the early game. I'm hoping we have enough. We could probably sell some of the scrap to help us buy enough blocks to get a recycler. Kind of seems like counterproductive, but that's the way you got to do it, I think. Our crew's surviving. We're out of food. We're going to start slowly starving to death if we don't get an algae dispenser online. I think we're out of food anyway. No, well, we have 4 space food units left, I guess. Maybe since all we have left is space food, we should re-enable direct food consumption from storage. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's even something that people can eat. I feel like there's a weirdness with space food where I don't know exactly what it is or how it works. Let's enable the consumption for now. Vitamin deficiency, anemia. Yeah, they made the nutrition penalties a lot more severe. I'm young and already got through COVID at the start of the outbreak. Nothing happened to me. I barely felt it. And after 3 to 4 days, it was like I had the flu. Yeah, I mean, you gotta be careful with that, though. Like, you don't know. It doesn't really... Are you vaccinated or are you unvaccinated? Like, I think being vaccinated and also having had COVID gives you good protection, but I don't think having had COVID by itself prevents you from getting reinfected. That's what I vaguely remember from reading the news. I could be wrong. I'm not, you know, a scientist or a health expert or something, so, you know, don't take my word as gospel, obviously. Do your own, you know, look at the CDC or whatever, but, you know, yeah, you should get vaccinated, dude. Even if you've had it already, you can still get it again. And the vaccine helps keep you from ending up in the hospital, even if it doesn't prevent you from getting sick entirely. And like you said, it makes you feel like the vaccine has that same feeling like you've got the flu, and it just completely knocks you out for like a day, and then you feel better. Hey, Hobby. Doesn't enabling direct consumption open the door to consuming the entire crates of unprocessed food? We don't have any crates of unprocessed food, so that's why I opened it up. If we do find more food later, then I'll shut it off again. But you're right, they can just consume entire units of fruit and vegetables and stuff directly out of storage if you let them do that. Bryce be with you. Hey, Boomlo. How's it going? Good evening. Or good afternoon in my case. It's good to see everybody. I just noticed we're out of water again. We're gonna have to buy more. Getting lots of scrap though. Our oxygen supply is probably still good for a little while. We got 190 before. Probably still have some water in the oxygen generator as well. Yeah. Bryce, you'll not be forgotten. That's right. I feel bad that I didn't get a recording of that Bryce episode for my YouTube channel, because I feel like the folks on YouTube that have never watched the stream before, some of them are going to be like, "Who the hell is this Bryce that they keep talking about?" So, but basically, what happened? I think I've talked about it before, but essentially, what happened was the beginning, like the first couple sectors of a brutal tutorial playthrough, and or brutal difficulty playthrough anyway. And the cultists boarded our ship because we didn't get out of the sector quick enough because I was getting greedy trying to mine stuff. And one of our crew members, Bryce, they actually took over the ship. They made everybody surrender. And then they took one of our crew members, Bryce, took him prisoner, took him on the shuttle with them, and then got back on their ship and left the sector. So it was like they just abducted, the cultists just wanted one guy to join their cult, so they abducted him and then left, and then the rest of us were free to go. So we actually went through this like galaxy spanning epic journey where we actually backtracked halfway through the galaxy once we had guns and all that kind of stuff, and once we had a larger crew to try to find Bryce, and we never found him, unfortunately. So now you know the whole story, and Boombalop, of course, was giving us Bryce's backstory, all the stuff that he was doing while he was off the ship, you know, working in the spice mines and so forth, and starting his own religion. Hypersleep chamber, sweet. Okay, we got our first research done. Filling every ship with "Where's Bryce?" Yeah, before opening up with the big guns. I mean, they have to know the correct answer. It's required. We got some refined hyperfuel, which is nice. That's going to sell for like a good, easy 500 credits. That's a really good thing to have. Cultists probably cooked him alive. Yeah, maybe. Tends to spread religion very fast. That's true. Maybe we could get a cultural victory. So we want to park. So we're parking the ship as close as we can to the derelict, but further from the center, so that it's less likely we'll get shot at by pirates or cultists if they come in the sector right before we leave. Okay, looks like we got a breach over here that we can check out. I don't know if you guys saw this before, by the way. I just want to quickly point this out. They, in the newest version of the game, Alpha 14, you can now target enemy ships' hyperdrives, which is super cool. So you can prevent them from leaving and then, like, board their ship, and they won't, you know, you eliminate the risk of... What's going on with our... Okay. I had the roof view turned on, and I was confused, like, why is the roof not going away now that I'm on board? It was user error. I'm gonna have to back up a little bit here. This is very annoying terrain. Oh, don't bite Corey. Nice addition to be able to trap ships. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's something I tried to do early on in like one of the first versions of the game, like when I first started learning how to play, and I was like, I was bummed that it didn't work. I was just experimenting, you know, to see what would happen, and nothing happened. But I'm happy. I'm super happy that they finally put that in. Vice was last seen nuking the Squiddy homeroll and raving about a free port. I don't know if I would trust Bryce with nuclear weapons at this point, honestly. I'm gonna put this guy over here, maybe. So, our guy got a little bit of... injured. I injured myself and I'm a little sore all over. Hope I did not break something important. I love that that injury description. He's really hungry, too. Come on, Squiddies. There we go. Okay, finally we can advance into the room here. Hopefully, maybe, temporarily. Let's get these guys lined up at the door so they can both shoot through it as soon as an alien appears there. Because an alien will appear there. I'd say early game fighting aliens in brutal difficulty is a little bit tedious. If you want to survive it anyway. There we go. Okay. Let's, I don't think we have to worry too much about oxygen because this is a small ship and we have another airlock on the other end that has oxygen in it that we can pick up. Okay, so let's get these guys back here again. Oops, didn't mean to do that. There we go. Go, go, go! Okay. What buffs are applied to aliens in Brutal? I don't think the actual alien stats change, but the aliens appear more frequently in the game. They show up on derelicts, even in like the very first derelict that you encounter. Whereas in the easier difficulties, they don't show up until like halfway through the game. The other thing about brutal difficulty is that you have crew members who have only you have 3 guys and only 2 of them have pistols, whereas in easier difficulties you might get like a shotgun at the start of the game, or maybe even 2. I think in the easiest difficulty you get like 2 shotguns and 4 pistols to begin with. So bad at, yeah, I know, it's frustrating. One thing though, you know, they are gonna level up their weapon skill. Okay, I'm gonna open this door, but we really gotta retreat before this guy gets here. Now, there's no nest on board the ship, so we could retreat and rest if we need to, and I think that might be a good idea soonish if we're not clear in a little while, because our guys are getting tired. Okay, we're getting back into unknown territory here. I think we've kind of already explored this room, but let's open it up and just reveal everything. There we go. Okay, we got 2 more guys here. You did buy a lot of Stormtrooper surplus after the Death Star went down. The market was flooded with none-bedded rifles. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But, you know, you get what you can afford, right? I wonder is it the rifle that makes them Stormtroopers, or is it the Stormtroopers themselves? Like, or maybe it's the helmet. Maybe they just can't see through that helmet. I feel like it's probably the helmet, more so than the rifle. The funny thing, in the Star Wars lore, in like, if you play the role-playing game, Stormtroopers are actually, like, competent and scary. Hey, trying a new experimental wrench, hey, Seeger? Yeah, this is Alpha 14. Welcome to not being able to hit things with pistols. There we go. Good to see you, dude. We have to try it out, so I think I'll watch with some interest. Okay. Yeah, the biggest change I would say is actually there's 2 big changes. One is the fact that you can level up your crew skills now, so you can see like each skill they have their current level, which in this case is 1 for mining. But this guy, if he doesn't have mining, can actually level up to a maximum of 8. So that's a pretty big difference. And then the other thing is they've completely revamped the power system so that the nodes aren't linked together to each other anymore. There's no link option. And there's 2 different kinds of power. There's basic power, which just makes the ship run, and it's generated from the generator and it just goes everywhere. So there's no longer any floor nodes or any wall nodes. And then there's advanced power, which is used for ship systems like the hyperdrives and factories and stuff like that. And that works almost like the old power system did, except that it doesn't have to be linked to anything. It's like wireless power. So those are the... Yeah, it's definitely going to be an experience. I'm going to get oxygen from here because I want to make sure we use the oxygen that's on board instead of using our own oxygen, because we have a very limited supply at the moment. Okay, let's see. Oh, we got some fruit. That's good. And we got some space food. That's also very good. We're going to turn off direct food consumption from storage now that we have some fruit coming on board. Let's make sure we get all of the... Okay, I guess we're going to sleep first, then we'll get all the free loot. Yes, Emil, enough fight over it, right? Yeah, there was... I think they may have patched it, or they're about to patch it, but there was an issue where the crew members were fist-fighting all the time in version 14, because they said it was an issue with the nutrition, because nutrition can cause mood problems that make the crew be less functional now. And it's a bigger deal than it was in the previous version. So you can see that the cravings for carbs and vitamins and stuff like that are showing up earlier than they were in the previous version. Are you streaming today, Seeger? My runs will be a lot more interesting, yeah. Comfort is also a bigger deal, and they revamped the comfort system a little bit. So now there's like, there's work comfort, which is, you know, sort of just from light. and then there's idle comfort, which is the kitchen, and then there's bedroom comfort, which is sleeping. So like if you put an arcade machine in the bedroom, it's going to cause negative comfort now. They won't be able to sleep with the noise from the machine. So you actually have to have separate rooms for your bedroom and bathroom and, I mean, bedroom and kitchen now. Sure, Gork's last playthrough, someone got knifed over a chocolate bar. Yeah, probably. Cult of New Haven ship is incoming. Let's see how much salvage we can get done in the next, like, 3 hours. The guys are all exhausted. I think what I actually want to have them do is sleep. I think they're starving to death because I don't have my... We actually have 6 infra blocks, so I'm going to spend some of those to build an algae dispenser. So this, we got a lot of... It's unfortunate that we couldn't get all this stuff off of the ship, but I think we got some pretty good stuff anyway. It's going to be a 7 Europa Bar Trauma with Community. Are you starting at 1 o'clock? Eastern time. These guys are on forced sleep, so they're not actually 2 p.m. Oh, okay. I was going to raid you because I'm about to wrap up in like 10 minutes here. My D&D game's about to start. But anyway, shout out to Seagear. I'm sure you guys all know already, but if you don't, check out his stream. It's pretty neat. It's very chill. See, my computer can handle that crap. Okay. You too, dude. Let's see. I'm gonna wait 1 tick, even though it costs us precious Hyperium. There we go. I just want the cultists to go away. We could go back to that, but I think we need water too much for that. I think we gotta keep on moving. And I think we probably have enough scrap by this point. I'm gonna check out how many pieces your ship was in before game. Hey, Nate. I mean, we're still in 1 piece so far as I can tell. Crew members are about to murder each other because they're hungry, but the cannibalism hasn't quite started yet. We're gonna get an algae dispenser online, so hopefully that'll help. Still don't have enough tech blocks for a recycler, but we did get a mining pod online at least. Oh, yeah, sure enough, they're fighting. Somebody got a punch in. We got a black eye. Edward got 2 black eyes, minus 20. That's the first thing you set up. I mean, that's a luxury. That's two infra blocks worth of luxury. Oh, this also takes water. I forgot about that. We need to buy more water. We don't have the luxury of having enough infra blocks for building an algae dispenser to work a couple sectors in here. Have great expectations for this crew. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we can afford it. We have some credits, and we have some stuff that we can sell for more credits. The problem is just that we don't have anybody to buy it from right now. So we gotta find one of those ships that was selling water again, probably. I think we have enough Hyperium that we can afford to backtrack a little bit in order to get that done. I think we saw an android ship pass by just a minute ago. These guys are blocking the exit to the sector anyway. And we got some mining that we could do back here. So let's continue back this way and hope that there we go. That's what I'm talking about. This is the happening sector. Everybody wants to be here. So we're going to buy some water here. That's going to get our algae dispenser started. We're going to see what we can sell to make some more money. These guys, probably neither of them have tech blocks still. But we can check. We could conceivably buy some more infra blocks and get some grow beds started, but we only have 2 units of fertilizer. Okay, so we got the option to sell raw chemicals for 74. Let's see if we can put that off. These guys want tech scrap for 37. These guys are giving us 38. Oh, and we have 2 more energy cells that we picked up somewhere. Let's sell... I don't think these guys wanted... We're gonna sell this. We're gonna sell this to these guys. In exchange for... I'm gonna get like 5 water units. 6 water units. Because I can count. Let's do 5. I think we're okay with 5. So get 5 water units in exchange for those things and some credits. Now this is giving us 600 credits, so yeah, let's get a 6 water unit. Okay, so we got that. And then to the Ebon Hawk, we're going to sell our energy cells. Space food is a good price. I'll sell that too. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we might do that. It's probably a good idea. Yeah, let's do it. We'll sell a couple units. The only thing is our crew's starving right now, so I'm a little reluctant to part with this stuff. But we'll give up 1 unit, I think. Or no, we got 3 crew members, so we'll give up 2 units. So I think that should be enough. And as soon as we get water, we're going to get our algae growing. As soon as we get the algae growing, we're going to let our crew eat. So they can at least have something in their stomach, even if it's not nutritious, really. Okay, we see the algae starting to grow. Yeah, that's a product of the power system change. That's actually the new version that's doing that. I didn't do anything special to get all this blue crystals. It's just the fact that the ship, as long as we're not doing any industry, it doesn't really use blue crystals that much anymore. That's just the way it is now. Okay, let's get something to eat for our guys here. I think we got enough algae now that we can afford to eat food. Yeah, it's just a balance change. It's very disconcerting for me because I'm like, we have to get more. No, wait, we don't. We actually don't. We have way more blue crystals than we know what to do with right now. We can actually see about selling some, but they're not giving us good prices as usual. Okay, so everybody's got some energy from the algae. Now, if we get a recycler online, I think our next project will be grow beds, because we can afford grow beds in terms of, you know, we just need the infer blocks, basically, in order to get grow beds online. And then we'll probably just get 1 grow bed online since we have a limited supply of fertilizer. And, of course, they're driving the same direction that we want to drive. Super rude. Okay. They're like guarding the exit of the sector, like, you'll never leave. One of us. One of us. Okay, we got a blue crystal here. We might start skipping blue crystals at some point because they're not good as trade goods, and we're not really using them that much. We have an unreachable maintenance task here, which I'm not super happy about. But I don't want to rebuild this though because of the. Got a guy that has maintenance 5 already. That's cool. I guess we're doing a lot of maintenance. Another thing we got to think about is we have to get enough tech blocks at some point to actually get cryo sleep chambers for our guys, or hyper sleep chambers for our guys, because if we don't, we're going to die as soon as we leave this sector. Or as soon as we leave, not this sector, but the whole system. Okay, we're going to get attacked by the cultists. I think we should be able to get away, even though they made the hyperdrive spin up take a little bit longer than it used to. These guys have the little guns? No, they just have the shuttle. So yeah, we'll definitely get the hyperdrive up before the shuttle gets here, considering their position. Still have energy and anxiety from it. I know, right? Yeah, the energy and anxiety is real. We've got a military alliance ship there that we could potentially buy some great stuff from. I'm going to drop here. We actually have a lot of resources in this sector, it looks like. It's unfortunate the military alliance chose to go the other direction, though. Alright, I think at this point we have to wrap up our playthrough because I'm about to start my Saturday D&D game. I want to say thank you for watching, everybody. Seeker, you name Nate and Boomalope and who was the last person? Hobby. Thanks so much for hanging out in the chat with me. and hope you have a good afternoon. Automod holding your last message. What did you say? Don't. Yeah, yeah. I can see why I would hold that. Yeah, don't hold. Don't buy their planets by landing on them. Wait, you're from Earth. We hate you. Yeah, that's a. Till we meet again in a few seconds. Yeah, I'll see you there, Nate. Thanks everybody for watching. Let's see. Cut a bunch of people on. Let's see if we can do a raid real quick. I'm gonna just check and see if we can raid somebody. Space Haven 9. Alright, I'm gonna wrap up the YouTube recording though, so thanks for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, it's free if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.